Why do Christians really rape, mutilate, and enslave their children? Is it just because it's a cool, trendy holiday and it's a cool, trendy Ku Klux Klan ceremony? Or could it be that because Abrahamic religions are slave religions for people who have been conquered and colonized, could it be that these people are going to we already know what happens is the Christians and everyone else, their masters, go to uh, go to land, kill everyone on it, and then rape the children, and then produce um, slaves to work the land for them through that rape. They have to do the rape thing because if they were full blood, they might rebel. So why is it that you see Christians and probably all others say Satanists and atheists fucking part of the new Abrahamic fucking colonization plans fucking they why do they mutilate and enslave their children and force them to worship other people and literally they don't talk about it in the open, but definitely from what I experienced, Christians force their children to labor for free. I mean, for money, but they don't get to see it. So they don't get to do anything they want. And then they also enslave them by prevent them from doing anything and going anywhere. Now, why would a real parent do that to their child? Well, this is what happens when you go to a nation and you colonize and genocide the people there. You don't like the people you're raping, but they're there to have sex with, and they're probably both their men and women fucking don't look like they don't want to have sex. Why would they want to have sex with each other? That's like a curse. They like that's like part of their adult rule in the master religion is to go have sex with other people, and it's not just to breed and colonize, but it's probably because they don't. I mean, they have some other thing. They say they learn later in life they want to be with those people. It's like, yeah, you learn that fucking going after something that looks good ain't gonna support your addiction to global genocide and enslavement if all you have is halflings who one day might learn that you did that to them. So why this is the reason they're mutilating their children because one of their parents is generally one of these people, one of these pale skinned Middle Easterners, middle white people with afros. Call them whatever you want, but they're easily identifiable by their looks. Pretty much they look like really pale skinned Middle Easterners. So, and they claim to be from the Middle East too. So that makes sense that they're probably right about that. I think they're lying about where they're from. Like they're saying they're from the West Bank area, but I think they're from a little bit south of there because they use that pyramid. I think they're the people who invented slavery, and they are the people who enslaved the planet and genocide and make people do stupid, just enslave them to force them to build stupid stuff over and over, like pyramids. Um, and like, I mean, they use the cross and the pyramid together, so it's clear what's happening there. Fucking, and then they just use, like they're using science and Satanism to dispose of their previous religion. It's because they're covering up their fucking history of everything they've been doing. And all these places I'm sure they've written books they always brag at one time, like in the Bible, they talk about worshiping the master race and like, and they also say they're evil one time in there. But the most important thing is the Christians worship the master race. So, what do they do when they go into a land? Apparently, what they do is they rape the people who aren't them. And when they have the children, they create vile fucking life patterns because the child is not theirs. The child is half of a subhuman to them. So when they go and they colonize Europe or anywhere in the world, Africa, America, they rape a man or a woman, depending on which reproductive organs they themselves have, and then they take the child from that, and apparently they've developed tactics to take the other parent out of the relationship. That way they can't end up saying no. And then the Christians go and drug their children, mutilate and uh, rape them the first second they exist into a cult, and it and then I mean they drug them throughout their life. They force them to work. They enslave them, prevent them from going anywhere and rising up to becoming a valuable member, a worthy, intelligent person because they know that there isn't much difference between dirt and them. And if one of the people they rape fucking ends up being like smarter than them, they're going to lose everything that they've worked so hard over the centuries to keep. So this is why that on every corner there's a hospital mutilating children. It's not because it's a ritual for God. It's because those are halflings who one of their parents is this disgusting rat looking fucking pale skinned people, fucking dirty ass fucking Howard Stern looking people, and they're just trash. God has designed them to look like the trash they are on the inside. So what do they do with children? They want to rape them. They want to abuse them. They want to enslave them. They want to keep them down below them. Because if someone had fucking 2 brain cells, they would be able to do anything more intelligent than all the people on TV. Howard Stern, Joe Rogan. If they weren't pumping people full of drugs and raping and mutilating them and raping their mothers and their fathers to have a child that they begin life raping and mutilating them and enslaving them and not allowing them to go anywhere fucking in life and working with the schools to make sure the schools don't fucking advance the child if the child shows any sign of fucking advancing. This is exactly what's been happening here. And this is what these people, we all know this is what the Christians and the Abrahamics do, but why do they all worship the same race if they're different people? They're not. They're fucking halflings, and they're being fucking, those are the people who've been raped, and then the parent who raped their way into the family line is forcing the children to be part of the drugging and the abuse fucking and enslaving them. And supposedly it's new, but you can tell they're starting to kick out the parent who does something of value and shit. And I could assume that is the people not related to the Howard Sterns, the most beautiful, successful people on the planet, because this is who they are. They're just as beautiful on the inside as they are on the outside. And this is who they are. Fucking, this is what they're up to. This is how they do it. And it's fucking disgusting. It's allowed to happen. But I mean, look how fucking many nations they've already enslaved and replaced. Fucking all these people using these fucking symbols aren't fucking the people they claim they are. The people in America aren't Americans. They're from somewhere else. They're using a pyramid on their dollar bill. Maybe they think they're from the Middle East. People, they say they're from Europe. They say they're from Europe. They tell us they're Europeans and they genocided the people here. Why would you brag about that? Because look how pussified, passive aggressive they are. They're fucking total cowards. They wouldn't tell you that the Europeans genocided the fucking Native Americans if they were Europeans, because they fucking don't allow you to mention who they are. Every little aspect of their existence is about mutilating and manipulating toddlers because their brains are on this fucking low fucking intelligence fucking pussified bitch shit where they have to create religions like these to enslave the fucking planet through fucking passive aggressive manipulation and stuff after they fucking have found someone to genocide them for them. And then fucking then what happened? I mean, more abuse as those halflings, those children that their mother or their father, whichever one is the dark-haired one, fucking that looks like a fucking white-skinned Middle Easterner. That would be the one. I guarantee you, that's the one doing the most abuse to the child and forcing it into these cults, because this is who these people are. This is what they do. This is their entire life. They do this to their children. They're not enslaving their children and preventing them from going anywhere because they're scared of technology. It's literally their family, Einstein and Elon Musk, who are and Bill Gates and fucking Howard Stern and all the preachers and who own everything in the world down to the local fucking stores down here. They're fucking abusing and raping their children and doing much more than their fucking little rituals and shit. They're enslaving them. They're enslaving them mentally, and they're taking their children and they're forcing them to work when they're like 8 years old for nothing and shit. And then apparently if you get too old and you have brains still, they prevent you from working at all because they're worried what you could do with $1 fucking against them. But yeah, this is why they do it. They're not doing it. I mean, they're like, it's like the game has invented just like the sickest trash you could fucking think of as the bad guy in this game. Fucking yeah, they're raping children because they like raping children. You know. We don't actually have proof of that fucking other than the fact that in my life, like, I was never with someone my age when I was a kid, was I? Fucking hardly ever. I mean, I was definitely with a lot of adults when I was a kid. That's the only evidence I have that they fucking, they don't fucking care. And like Epstein, they used, he was a tool to take over nations. He didn't care about having sex with the kids and shit. And those were girls. Their men don't have sex with girls and shit. It's why this nation is everything it is, because it's their major base and shit. That's why they're all the same way, and they're all passive-aggressive manipulators lying and hiding what they are. That's why they all mutilate children, except for, the Muslims fucking mutilate little girls, which is at least they're not homos. Fucking makes them a little bit less disgusting. At least they act like men too, and they'll fucking throw these people off the fucking roof, supposedly, even though they're half of them, and I don't hear about them actually getting rid of them. I just hear about them killing off the people down there who aren't Muslims and shit, the Palestinians and shit. The rest of the people are already worshiping the fucking Christian, Muslim, atheist, satanic, fucking New World Order people. Fucking. So, that's what they're doing. I was taught this a long time ago, and then it made me like realize, like, I lived through that shit. I lived through those people fucking who were on the rat fucking team rat fucking enslaving and abusing their children. And any time, any fucking point in my life, something I could advance in, they were there to fucking thwart that and make sure I couldn't do anything. And that's not a lazy piece of white trash. That's a very network genocidal fucking religion they have. They plant their cross everywhere to show that they fucking killed off the fucking natives of that land and have replaced them. That's what the cross means every fucking time. It doesn't mean, they're running from evil people nation to nation and building a new nation every time they get it and using that new nation to go colonize other people and steal their land on accident. All they are is liars, dude. You telling me fucking you're a bitch fucking talking about some goddamn fucking Santa Claus and Easter Bunny and fucking Rudolph. Yeah, these people need their fucking tongues cut the fuck out. And this bloodline's going to keep doing it because they're goddamn mosquitoes. The creator of this fucking game created this trash to fucking act like this so we could have trash to fucking burn.